Apparently Meghan Markle's team are, well, stunned at this latest news. Yes, you can imagine, it was supposed to be this big comeback, a reinvention, of course, of the goddess, this time looking like a vision in white. Yes. What are you sniggering at? Of course, yes, it was fashion. I don't understand it, do you? But you might understand this. As ever, let me explain. Morning, chums, lovely to see you. Thank you so much for joining me today, and welcome one and all brand new subscribers. Lovely to have your company. Whatever you're doing, do take care of yourselves, as I'm sure I often say this to you all, but it's very important. We'll have a lovely wave. And of course, thank you for supporting all the videos. It's really important, you know, because for me, I enjoy making them for you. But if you enjoy them, I can see that because you've watched them, obviously. I know I often say this, but if you want to look at something a bit different, do have a look at the nostalgia things. It creates so many memories, gets you thinking, you know what I mean? Ah, yes. It's a bit like this particular bombshell that happened with Meghan Markle. Very distasteful, it's been called out, and various news channels around the world have been appalled because Meghan, as you know, rocked up for a Paris fashion event, whatever you want to call it, and decided to detail that entire journey on her Instagram account. Now, as you know, Meghan's got 4-point-something million followers on Instagram and is only following one. Yeah, a lot of followers, in fact. But, you know, it's not translating, is it? Because nobody's bothering watching the show. So if there was 4 million people interested in Instagram, why are they not interested when she's on air? It doesn't really, doesn't make sense. This was another Meghan comeback. And more importantly, Meghan decided that she thought she was going to go for a different look. Some people might say emulating, of course, Victoria Beckham, Lady V, as we now like to call her over here, alongside Sir David Beckham. And as I've pointed out, let's not forget that Victoria's got her own brand new documentary this week out on Netflix. And it appears that they're putting far more effort in to Victoria Beckham's documentary than they have with Love Meghan. I'll just leave that there. But it was this that created a lot of stir. This, of course, is Meghan being driven through the same particular area in Paris of what happened for the tragic accident of the late and beautiful Diana, Princess of Wales. And, you know, a lot of people have picked up on the fact that there she had her feet on the car, etc. You know, whichever way, it is distasteful and didn't need to be put out there. What's interesting, though, is the team, you know, the people that she's paying a lot of money for, are hitting back at people and saying, oh, it's nothing what it appears. It was a simple car journey. She got no idea. Everybody in the world knows that particular area, and most people know that particular area in Paris. Is there another way to where she was going for the destination? Well, you check that out yourself, but it's interesting what it throws up when you put that into the internet. I'll just leave that there. However, according to sources, there was another reason, because Meghan wanted to return, and we saw this, if you remember, with the certain visuals that she turned up with before, Uvalde, I think it's pronounced, is that right? Yeah, and she turned up there, if you remember, and that was another, shall we say, controversy. And according to a very well-placed source, Meghan went back to that particular site to lay some flowers and offer a few moments of personal thought and, you know, respect. So whether we will see these pictures coming out in the future, because remember, what Meghan does is very clever in many respects. There's lots and lots of material, of which is now passed on to her husband, Prince Harry. They do lots behind the scenes, and then suddenly a couple of days later, what you find, for instance, is Prince Harry turning up at Miss and Harriman's, you know, sort of trajectory thing, whatever, photograph exhibition in London. You didn't know it was on the schedule because they didn't tell you. They want to surprise you. Many people are now suggesting that Meghan Markle will post these pictures at some point in the future. Again, though, whichever way it looks, one might suggest that they wanted to create controversy. They've done that, and do not forget this, and this is important. There are 2 factors to this story, right? Number 1, Victoria Beckham's documentary is out this week. All eyes have now shifted from that. This is marketing. And number 2, Prince William's enjoyed a very successful PR stint, all thanks to the wonderful interview over on Apple TV with Eugene Levy. So, you know, whether you want to believe in that particular conspiracy theory or not, Meghan wanted to divert attention, put it back on herself. What better way than using one of the most beloved women in the world, the late and beautiful Princess Diana, and of course, mother to His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, Prince William, and of course, the Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry. But again, it's all about Meghan, and really, it was, wasn't it? Neil Sean in the very heart of the United Kingdom.